Dr. Yellen, welcome back. Good to be with you. Um, the American political system right now is rotten with dark money. Anonymous donors are all over our political system with huge contributions in what has been aptly described as a tsunami of slime flowing through our country. ProPublica has chronicled the inconsistent statements made by some of these groups between what they report to the IRS and what they report to election officials. Both statements are under oath, so when they're inconsistent, that raises a red flag. I just wanted to flag for you that when you are confirmed, I intend to ask you to direct a review of the IRS 501c policies. Because it's my belief that for a long time, the policies of the IRS have been very misaligned with the statutory direction that Congress gave the IRS over these agencies. And that to a degree, the IRS was bullied into taking these non-statutory positions because there was so much blowback from the dark money forces and from their mouthpieces when they tried to intervene. I think the 501c problem and the extent to which anonymous money is now interfering in our politics is deadly serious. And I hope when I ask you, you'll take an honest look at this and not appoint someone to do it who'll give it a whitewash and instead take a really good hard look at what went wrong.
Senator, I would be very glad to work with you on that. You're pointing to very disturbing situation, and I'll need to get up to speed on where things are with that, but I would be glad to initiate a serious review of this matter.
Good. Another serious matter is Freddie Mac warning of a coastal property values crash around the country because of climate change driven sea level rise, 40 sovereign banks warning of systemic global risk to the economic system from climate change, economists warning of a carbon bubble that will clobber the US economy. And given how serious all of that is, I'm wondering where your senior level climate person will be in the Department of Treasury. There's no specific office. How are you going to staff addressing climate at the most senior levels of Treasury?
Well, I will look to appoint someone at a very senior level to lead our efforts and to create a hub within Treasury in which we particularly focus on financial system related risks and tax policy incentives toward climate change. I think we need to seriously look at assessing the risks to the financial system from climate change. The Federal Reserve has recently said that they would be joining the network of supervisors for greening of the financial system. There are developing methodologies to do that, and we'll focus on that.
In a word or two, how seriously do you think we should take Freddie Mac's warnings of coastal property value crash, the sovereign bank warnings of systemic risk, and so many economists' warnings of a carbon bubble crash?
I think we should take these risks very, very seriously. I think climate change is an existential threat, and both the impact of climate change itself and policies to address it could have major impacts, creating stranded assets, generating large changes in asset prices, credit risks, and so forth that could affect the financial system. So these are very real risks.
And systemic risk is a mild phrase, but it conveys a very powerful message, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I agree with you.
Last question. I believe that foreign corruption and kleptocracy is inimical to our national security interests. For too long, the US has been a haven for international corruption and kleptocracy through our shell corporations, with intense leadership from Mike Crapo, who I want to give a big shout out to here, and Sherrod Brown. We got into the National Defense Bill, the Beneficial Ownership Reform Incorporation Transparency Bill, another tedious name for something that's actually very brutal and essential. And I'm interested in who you think will lead the effort of cleaning up that mess using this new statute within Treasury, and how high up within Treasury will you place responsibility for cleaning up the dark money shell corporation problem that America has fomented?
So let me start by saying that this is a very important problem, and that the act that was recently passed by Congress gives us an enormously potent tool to address this problem. We will try to get up and running as quickly as possible and devote ourselves to building that database so that we can address these issues. And we'll be certainly looking to give this very high priority.
You agree it has a national security dimension?
Absolutely.
That's it for me. Thank you very much, Dr. Yellen. I really look forward to working with you. And to Bob Casey, my apologies for jumping ahead of you.